Hello and welcome to the legendary, the iconic Ferrari 308 GTB. Now today we are going to be behind the wheel of this car because I woke up and decided I'm in love with it. So today we are going to see how good this vehicle is standard, fully upgraded, and just overall in Gran Turismo 7, as well as checking out the customization options for this Ferrari. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, well, hit that subscribe button. So the Ferrari 308 GTB, you can pick this vehicle up for 171,600 credits from the used car dealership. Now this price will fluctuate. This was the price of it when it last appeared in the dealership, so if it does change, just expect a figure around that number. So I would have thought that this would have been in the legendary dealership, but apparently not. Now the crazy thing is, you could already own this vehicle. Yes, if you've completed menu book 38, that is the Ferrari menu book, by winning the Ferrari circuit challenge around Catalonia Grand Prix circuits, well, the Ferrari should already be yours, so you won't even need to spend that 170,000. So this Ferrari just looks absolutely insane. It is, in my opinion, one of the best looking Ferraris made. I know that it's controversial, but in my opinion, it's really up there in my books. So this comes with a 2.9 liter V8 which produces 251 brake horsepower, which is mid-engined, and the car only weighs 1090 kgs, that is 2403 pounds. Absolutely lightweight. Standard, the vehicle has a top speed of 164 miles per hour, that is 263.9 kilometers per hour. Now this is actually the first Gran Turismo game that the Ferrari 308 GTB is actually being featured in. This 308 GTB represented one of the first of a long line of V8 mid-engine Ferraris to come. So this is really the stepping stone. So we have to thank this for the Ferrari 458. Now it's all good talking about how the vehicle's performance is on paper, but how does it feel to be behind the wheel of it? When you are driving a vehicle standard, the car behaves and handles like an absolute dream. This vehicle has so much oversteer coming through corners, but it's such a peaceful slide that will occur that you aren't gonna be having to fight the wheel. You're not gonna have to really fight it. It's just a small correction and you can let the car absolutely glide. The vehicle honestly just flows like a river. It's so smooth when it comes to driving this vehicle, and it is an absolute smoke machine. Honestly, using this car bone stock is a full-on vehicle, and you cannot tell me otherwise. The thing is, you can get it to corner normally. You do not have to go sideways. But if you just want to go through the corner extremely fast, or if you're coming with a lot of speed, you are gonna step that rear end out and you are going to enjoy a very peaceful slide. It is such a smooth vehicle, and it doesn't really scream like, oh, you know, it's not as rough as like the older Lamborghinis. It is a lot more reserved. It's a lot more smooth, comfortable. It's still fast. You can see yourself going almost 250 kilometers per hour in this car, but it does in such a smooth way. I know I've said smooth so many times that you're actually tired of it, but that's the only way to describe it. It's just such a good vehicle that everything it does, the way it handles, the braking system is adequate. Okay, look, it's a classic 1970s vehicle, so the braking system, we can't compare it to any modern day equivalents. So if we compare it to old cars, the braking system is really good. The acceleration is also impeccable, and top speed isn't too shabby at all. Around Kyoto Driving Park, you'll see yourself doing over 200 kilometers per hour on the main straightaway. Now the Ferrari in its standard form, I would recommend it for all of your historic masters races, because it's such a breeze and it is so easy to drive. It's honestly just a joyful experience. It's just so light-hearted. there's no need to really stress or anything. It's a carefree driving experience because you do not have to stress about this car getting out of hand or just doing its own thing, because the Ferrari listens and it's just on a very laid back vibe. Now, if you do want to upgrade it and you want to take racing a bit seriously, you can, because this Ferrari, once you head on over to the tuning shop, you can remove quite a bit of weight and add quite a bit of power. Now, as I said, standard, the vehicle produces 251 brake horsepower and comes in at a weight of 1090 kgs. But after spending a couple of thousand, well, you are now gonna see the vehicle produce 406 brake horsepower and only have a weight of 893 kgs. So the car loses a bit of weight and we also add a bit more power to it. And fun fact about the Ferrari 308 GTB is the fact that this is one of two Ferraris in Gran Turismo 7 that can be equipped with the tires. Now this is because the Ferrari 308 was actually participating in Group 4 as well as Group B rallying back in the day. So I thought that is just a bit of a fun thing that you can do that you can't do with many other Ferraris. So now if we go on over to GT Auto, add on a front splitter, because when it comes to visual customization, we don't really have anything really drastic, if I'm gonna be honest with you. So I had to put a wide body kit on the vehicle, and the wide body kit on this car is extremely wide. So once we do that, sort our wheels out, and we are now gonna head back out onto circuit, we see that the car's performance has changed drastically. There's absolutely no oversteer. The way the vehicle is able to just honestly slide out whenever it wants it, whenever you put your foot down going around a corner, it would just step out. Yeah, that's gone. There is no oversteer at all. There's no understeer. You point this vehicle in a direction and it is going in that direction. It was honestly so surprising how this vehicle has changed, because if you fully upgrade a lot of older cars, well, they just can't handle the power you're putting into it, and the car just overall isn't really the best thing to drive. However, this, I might actually consider using this for a couple of races, because it was so good. In fact, I actually took her around the Ferrari, around one of the Ferrari only events, and this car dominated. On the hardest difficulty, you saw this car coming into first place as soon as lap 3 out of a 5 lap event, overtaking the Ferrari 458. This car was just so easy to drive, it was so fast, and if we're gonna put it up against modern day sports cars, the Ferrari 308 can give those cars a run for its money. Now look, I am saying the car is fast, but don't go put it up against Lamborghini Aventadors and things like that, and like almost hyper cars, and now you wanna say, oh, you said it was fast but it lost. Look, we need to keep in mind, you can't put it up against like highly upgraded supercars or anything like that, cars with over 1000 horsepower and similar weight. Obviously it's gonna lose. But if you put it up against like your Ferrari 458, your 488, and like, you know, don't put it up against a Ferrari LaFerrari and expect to win. Obviously there is limits to it, but this car is a really good driver's vehicle, and I may say one of the best. It is such a responsive vehicle, it's super easy to drive, and all around it is a super good vehicle that is a lot of fun, not really that expensive, and the fact that you can even get it for free is even more of a bonus and a reason for you to actually try this vehicle out. So the tune is at the end of this video, so try it out and let me know what you think about it. So with all this being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.